In 2015-16, Western Australia saw a 23% increase of household solar installations. The government tried to slow down solar installation in 2011 by dropping the feed-in tariff from 40 cents per kilowatt to 20 cents per kilowatt. But that's not going to stop the sand gropers. We just continue to make our systems bigger and bigger. Aren't we all being kind to Mr. Earth? The production of solar panels can provide some harmful byproducts, one being silicon tetrachloride. In Jialong, China, villagers reported bubbling liquid being dumped which killed crops and poisoned residents. A very smart professor from Hebei University said this about silicon tetrachloride. The land where you dump or bury it will be infertile. No grass or trees will grow in the place. It's like dynamite. It's poisonous. It's polluting. Yes, but as you can see, the production of energy from solar produces very low greenhouse gas emissions when compared to coal. But why are greenhouse gases bad for us? Humans' production of greenhouse gases isn't allowing the natural amount of heat to escape our atmosphere, which in turn is heating our environment up. Looking at 2017's electricity generation, we can see Australia is loving wind and hydroelectricity, much more than solar as well. But the totals are still very low, showing our reliance on coal. So is there a way forward? Discussions and studies on how to make our primary source of energy renewable are happening globally, and here in Australia is no different. Most of the chat is around how to make all forms of renewable energy work together. The lads at the University of New South Wales in 2010 did some simulations based on our weather and found Australia could produce 100% of our electricity from a mixture of renewable sources. But how can looking at weather help our power generation? Well, take hydro for example. Its output in Australia, although very impressive, has dropped nearly 33% over the last 5 years. If weather patterns could be predicted, then hydro plants could be built in areas of high rainfall, which would help increase its output. Add some predictions of sunlight hours and windy areas, and we are on our way to using only renewable energy. The West Australian Government currently has 1,000 megawatts worth of solar and wind projects awaiting approval, which is a step in the right direction. But what can you do to help? Most of the heavy lifting needs to be done by the government and energy companies. But if you are green enough to have solar panels at home, make sure you use as many of your appliances during the day when your solar panels are doing their best work. Not only will you be helping Mr. Earth, but you'll be saving yourself a pretty penny at the same time. Okay, let's sum it all up. Overall, solar power is good. Well, once we sort out that sludge stuff in China. And if we get all the renewables to work together, we can have cheap, renewable energy sources for all Aussies forever. Isn't that a nice idea?